If you're already familiar with the Europa 400 or Europa 600, then what you see now may seem somewhat confusing. Is that a ship in the Europa class or not? Yes, indeed it is. The Europa 700 is the new flagship in the fleet from Cardinal Boating. The bow section has become more spacious, making it the perfect place to relax, with space for sitting or even stretching out when the weather's right. The small platform to the fore is ideal for lovers of a sea breeze, with the wind at the front blowing through their hair and curling round their faces, or if you just simply want to embark or disembark. The chromed anchor is more than just an attractive eye-catcher. Thanks to its integrated hydraulic winch, it can be operated safely from both helm stands. The frugal 85 horsepower turbo diesel engine is fitted into the stern, giving you peace and quiet on board. And likewise, the low vibration hydraulic drive that powers the completely enclosed propeller unit adds to a quiet cruise. With its new design, the stern also offers more room and space to move around in and enjoy. But then again, the whole ship now has more space to move around in. The Europa 700 is licensed in the C-Class category for coastal waters, ensuring that it has all the safety features you'd expect to find at this level. But you'll have to hold your breath a little bit longer, because before you can get a closer look at the Europa 700, you'll have to wait till it's berthed at your local jetty. Not that berthing will ever be a problem with this charter boat. Thanks to its built-in bow and stern thrusters, the Europa 700 easily glides in sideways to the jetty. Complicated berthing maneuvers are now a thing of the past. Whether you're in a river lock or at your local port, you're now on the safe side when it comes to maneuvering. The stern is the ideal way to board. Your eyes immediately catch sight of its complete teakwood planking. And not only your eyes, but your feet will love it too, as the wood gives you a slip-proof grip even in wet conditions. But of course, safety is the rule here, even with the boarding ladder. With its three-part design reaching down deep into the water, it's the perfect way to climb back up after a nice cool dip. And there's a shower here too, with warm or cold water as required. The trip to the sun deck almost feels like you're strolling up a grand set of stairs in a luxury hotel. And here too, the stairs and deck are both finished in elegant slip-proof teakwood. The bimini top stretches across the complete upper deck, providing lots of pleasant shade. And even in a light rain, this still remains a cozy spot to linger. The seating benches are ergonomically shaped, making them the perfect place to lounge around. And just to make sure all this relaxation doesn't get interrupted too much, even the fridge is just about, well, almost, within easy reach. And it's certainly more than big enough for a couple of cool drinks. Fitted next to it is a sink or wash basin with hot and cold water, here up on the right. And there's lots of storage space here too for everything you just might need. But what skipper nowadays wants to be separated from his friends and loved ones? For this very reason, there's a helm stand up here with all that a captain's heart can desire. Stop and start the motor with the ignition key, the throttle, the single-handed operation of the bow and stern thrusters, a rudder instrument display so you know where your cruise is taking you, a depth gauge so you've no grounds to run aground, so to speak, and a speedometer. And even the anchor can be lowered or raised from up here. The discreetly fitted loudspeakers are perfect for your favourite tunes, and for the man who never leaves work, there's a 230-volt socket for his laptop. But now we're heading down below, to the saloon, the kitchen, the sleeping quarters and the bathrooms. And then to the heart of the boat, the main helm stand with all the ship's controls. The skipper is sitting over everything, giving him a better overview. But first, a quick look if this helm stand is switched on, because for safety reasons, only one helm stand can run the ship at any one time. The switch for that is here on the side. All arranged in a clear and functional way. It's almost like you're used to in your own private car. Oil pressure, alternator, rev counter, and speedometer. Right next to it is the throttle for forward thrust and reverse, with the windscreen wiper switch in easy reach. And right there, in your line of vision, the displays for the fuel tank and the fresh and waste water tanks. automatic display for the charging status of the 2 banks of batteries, the electronic rudder display, a radio-connected weather station and a monitor, not to watch some funny old movies on, but so you always have a clear view of the back to the bathing platform and for cruising in reverse or to berth. Whoever does the cooking on your trips, he or she will be overjoyed. Plates, pots and pans, it's all there, no need to bring a thing with you. The obligatory fridge with an icebox, a 4-plate ceramic cooker and the oven beneath it, an extractor hood for cooking smells, self-closing drawers and press doors, and lots of space to store away whatever you need. And yet another innovation. On the Europa 700, the water from the sink doesn't have to be pumped out anymore. It simply flows down and out, just like it does in your own home sweet home. And that's exactly how you'll feel in the saloon, the living or dining room, whatever you like to call this room. The real light cherry wood veneered panelling lends the space a pleasant atmosphere. Here you can sit down comfortably at the large table that is easily big enough to seat a 6-person family. And you can keep an eye on everything here. For instance, the television, the control unit, the safe, and all in the Europa class top quality you already know so well. Of course, another new feature are the thermostat valves, something you're familiar with at home. And every room on the ship is fitted with them too, because the onboard heating is up to the very latest standards. And if now is the moment for a cuddle and a hug, why not dim the lights till you have the perfect romantic setting? And, did I mention all the storage space here? The level of comfort and the fittings in the cabins all match the Europa standards. The lamps have changed somewhat, with the thermostats and 230-volt sockets now provided for added convenience. As to be expected, every cabin has its own bathroom and toilet, with some minor changes to improve your comfort even more. Here too, pumping is a thing of the past. With heated towel holders, nano-coated sanitary fittings, and a lockable glass shower cabin with single-handled mixing taps, all to round off your comfort in the bathroom section. By now, you're more than familiar with the changes both big and small compared to the Europa 400 and 600. The new Europa 700 is cruising into a new sailing era. And, by all accounts, the Europa class is in a class of its own.